Welcome to the digital gold rush. Today, we're going on a modern day treasure hunt. But forget the picks and shovels because our tools are algorithms. And the gold we're after? Well, it's hidden deep inside mountains of data. Okay, to put this all into perspective, think about this for a second. To get enough actual gold to make a single ring, miners have to sift through about 26 tons of rock. That is an unbelievable amount of raw material for just one tiny, valuable reward. Just keep that number in your head. Now, let's bring that idea into our world. That 26 tons of rock? In data mining, that's your massive data set. And that little speck of gold? That's the powerful, game-changing insight. In the panning process, sifting through it all, that's what our algorithms are doing, separating those tiny, valuable nuggets of information from all the noise. So, with that gold rush analogy in our heads, let's get a little more formal and actually define what this digital treasure hunt is all about. At its heart, data mining is the process of sorting through absolutely enormous amounts of information to find patterns and trends that you would just never see otherwise. It's all about turning that raw, messy data into clean, actionable intelligence. It's finding the signal in all that noise. So, why even bother with all this? What's the payoff? Well, for one, it's kind of like having a crystal ball. By analyzing what's happened in the past, you can make some really solid predictions about the future. You can also uncover these hidden relationships you'd never guess were there. And all of this leads to one thing: helping businesses make smarter, more informed decisions. All right, just like any good expedition, you can't just start digging randomly, right? You need a map, and data mining has one. It's a structured, four-step process that guides you from a simple question to a valuable discovery. So here's the path. First, you set your objectives. You have to know what question you're trying to answer. This is where the business experts and the data scientists really have to team up. Second, you prepare the data. And trust me, this step is huge. It means cleaning everything up, getting rid of errors, duplicates, and all the junk. Third, you apply the algorithms. This is the actual mining part, where the magic happens. And finally, you evaluate the results to see what kind of treasure you've actually found. Okay, that third step, applying the algorithms, that's where it all goes down. So what exactly are these digital pickaxes and shovels that we're using to find the gold? This brings us right to the miner's toolkit. Now, there are a ton of different techniques out there, but let's take a look at a few of the most common and powerful ones that data scientists are using every single day. First up is a technique called association, and honestly, it's probably the most straightforward of the bunch. This is all about finding simple but really powerful if this, then that relationships in your data. For example, a supermarket might find that customers who buy cream also tend to buy strawberries. It sounds so simple, right? But with that little piece of information, they can put those items together in the store or recommend them online, and it works incredibly well. Next tool in the kit, classification. I like to think of this one as a kind of digital sorting hat. The goal here is to put new things into categories that we've already defined based on their features. Let's use cars as an example. We can define a sedan class by its attributes, like having 4 seats and a low profile. Meanwhile, a 4x4 has more seats and a boxier shape. So when a new, unknown car shows up, the algorithm can just look at its features and say, yep, based on the rules, that goes into the sedan bucket. Our third tool is clustering. Now, this might sound a lot like classification, but there is one massive, crucial difference. With clustering, the groups aren't defined beforehand. The best way to think about it is like finding the natural bunches of grapes on a vine. The algorithm looks at all the data points and just finds the natural clumps. It automatically groups similar things together without any predefined labels. It discovers the structure all by itself. So, we have our tools, we have our process, but how do we know when we've actually struck gold? Not every pattern you find is valuable. A true golden insight has to meet a few very specific criteria. A truly golden insight has 4 key qualities. It has to be valid, meaning it's real and it holds up. It has to be novel, something that makes you go, whoa, I never knew that. It absolutely must be useful, meaning you can act on it. And finally, it has to be understandable, so you can actually explain its value to other people. But here's the thing. Finding these amazing insights isn't something a computer just does on its own in a dark room. It's a team sport. It takes the technical chops of data scientists working right alongside the real-world knowledge of business experts to ask the right questions and to figure out what the answers really mean. And that brings us to maybe the most important takeaway here. Data mining is not a magic wand. There's no single technique that just solves every problem. It's a process of trial and error, of experimenting to find the right combination of tools to solve your specific puzzle. This entire process, from start to finish, is all about unlocking the hidden value that's just sitting there, waiting in the data. And that leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. In the vast digital mountains all around us, what golden insights are just waiting in your data to be discovered?